we were recruiting a certain position at Optiven. And I remember it was a board of directors. We were discussing. We mentioned somebody, so and so. You hear director say, hey, oh, that one, no. But I remember there's a name that was mentioned. And then somebody said, this one is good because this person is super honest. You cannot lose money with this particular person. Can you imagine? This particular person beat other people with the papers. Why? Because of being honest. There are very many of us out there. They are so good, but because they are not honest, they are not able to tap the resources that the universe provides. So honesty is key. Always be honest in whatever that you do. They say when you are honest, people will fight to work for you. People will be running to work for you or to work with you. If you are honest in your office, the boss will be looking for you. Even after pandemic, they'll call you up. You know, they'll call you because they say when you are honest, people will work, will be willing, will be determined to work with you. Very, very important. They also say honesty creates very profitable networks because people trust you. You know, I happened to raise funds for one of my friends. He's a former MP who got unwell. And I saw somebody suggest that if George Washuri is receiving the money, I know the money is going to reach to the beneficiary. That means the network trusts you. And you need to ask ourselves, even as we talk about this mentorship, you ask yourself as Sherop Silas, can really people vouch on you in terms of honesty? Can your network say the best person to be a treasurer is Claire? Can they say so? And these are things that we must ask ourselves. They also say honesty also means being truthful. And they say honesty attracts, truthfulness attracts. If you are truthful, you will attract. We are living in a world whereby people cannot be trusted because they are not truthful. You don't know when they are speaking the truth or when they are lying. I remember when I was doing business, me, I trust people very fast. And I trusted this particular partner. You know, we opened a bank account and then we said, since we are friends, any person can sign. And the business was doing well. We were selling water. And we were selling. Money was coming to the account until one time that this guy decided to be wiser than me, went to the bank and picked every single coin, and the account was flat. And he changed the phone. He went to Sharia House and changed the CR12. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? The other day, I think last year, I saw him, and I knew this guy is struggling. For many years, we parted ways. I never followed up, but can you imagine the fruits of dishonesty? They say truthfulness attracts. And this is something that if you're being mentored by George Washuri, it's something that you can work out, you can generate so that you are able to attract the right networks. Very, very important to be truthful. But sometimes we are so busy, we don't have time to reflect. And this is one thing I would ask you to do. Even in your own career, your own business, in your own thoughts, even those who are looking for jobs, spare time just to reflect about yourself. Even in Selangat, spare time to reflect about you. Who am I? Where am I heading to? Have time to reflect. And then you cannot reflect if you're always comparing yourself with others. You cannot be able to reflect. You need to compare yourself with yourself. Very, very important. And of course, we always say that if you want to really walk this journey of honesty, never ever live your life to impress other people. It is very, very expensive to impress other people. Impress yourself. That way, you walk this journey of honesty, and I can guarantee you, success will be calling you. Resources will be calling you. I remember one time I went to apply for a loan facility in a bank. and I was called to do a PowerPoint presentation, and I was told, George, tell us how you are going to sell this property. I remember very well. It's a project called Optiven Gardens. And when I went there, I thought I was meeting only 2 people. I went there and I met a whole group of senior people in a boardroom. And I was given a laptop to plug in and do a presentation. And they were asking me, tell us, how are you going to market? What are the marketing strategies? But I was scared. I marveled a bit. But within the 7 people, somebody said, I think we should fund this guy because this guy is honest. This guy is truthful. And that's how I was funded. So sometimes you attract these kind of things. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And of course, how do you become very successful? Number two, how do you become very successful? Number two, walk in integrity. Yeah, walk in genuine integrity. Do the right thing when no one is watching you. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching you. Yeah, even in the middle of the dark, you are doing the right thing. Integrity. One time I was visiting somewhere, and I found some workers changing expiry dates of sweets. It is one of the biggest supermarkets. It's no longer with us. And I said, wait a minute. How can this guy hire people to alter the expiry dates of sweets? And these sweets were children are eating. I remember from that day, I never stepped foot to that supermarket. Why? Lack of integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching you. Very, very important. It's a recipe for success. Be known as a person who keeps their word. I remember when we were planning this George School of Mentorship, Lagere asked me, hey, Bwana George, are you sure you're going to be there in all the sessions? And I know you are scheduled. But by the grace of God, we have kept the word. Even the time I'm late, I tell my people that I'm 15 minutes late. Keeping the word is key to success. The same with our families. I know there are people who are married here. When you went to church, you are asked to state some statements. Do you take this lady or this man as you are legally wedded? And you said, yes. 3-4 years down the line, umeona sasa hata mtu amesha change, But remember, you are supposed to keep your word. And they say, if you cannot keep your word in the family, either nuclear family or extended, you cannot keep your word for your customers. You cannot keep your word for your employer. Sometimes I find when we hire people, when you hire them, they are very good, very good. They tell you, Bwana George, me, I can work overtime. I can do anything. I am available. Until the time they now come in. And wait until the time they are leaving. They don't even say thank you. Yet, when they came, they promised that they are going to do their best. They are not able to keep their word. Be known as that person who keep their word. Very important. Walk in integrity. Put your reputation first. They say reputation is an asset. You cannot talk of integrity if your reputation is doubtful. Your reputation is an asset. Keep it. Don't allow anybody to destroy your reputation. Very, very important. Very important. Walk in integrity. Very, very important. Of course, you cannot walk in this journey if you don't take responsibility in whatever that you do. Maybe you're working for a certain employer. Are you able to take responsibility on the resources that you are supposed to account for? Are you accountable? You can't walk in this journey if you don't put other people first. Yeah. Keep other people, respect other people that you're working with. That way, you walk this journey easily without any stories. Very, very important. Walk in genuine integrity. Maybe that's why in Kenya today, we have people called KEBS. Why? Why is KEBS there? Because I've discovered most of the business people, if they are allowed to manufacture things, they will manufacture their own poisonous things. So we have KEBS. We have other regulatory bodies. Very important. Number 3, how to be extremely successful. Number three, be humble. Don't put yourself higher than others. Always be humble. Don't put yourself higher than others. Always be humble. Be a servant. Be humble like Jesus Christ. Be humble. Don't look down on people. Yeah. Don't look down on people. They say only look down on people if you are lifting them up. If you are lifting them up, you can now look at them and lift them up. That's the only time you can look down on people, when you are lifting them up. Very, very, very important. Be humble. They say pride makes us artificial, and humility makes us real. Maringo, pride makes us very artificial, but humility makes us real people. Very, very important. Very, very important. Be humble. All the time, show gratitude, thankfulness in whatever that you get in life. I remember one time when I was in high school, I was not privileged to get pocket money from my mother because we were very poor. But I had a brother who was working. And every time this guy would send me 50 shillings, 100 bob on an envelope, then I would pick that particular envelope and send back a letter, thank you letter, because of maybe 100 shillings or 200. And I can guarantee you, every time I was sending a thank you letter, the next letter that followed to say that I received your letter had another 100 bob. Can you imagine? Then I sent a letter again to say thank you. The letter that comes to me back to Sugar Boys has got another 100. Hey, man, I discovered there is power in saying thank you. And I can tell you, people who get promotion in their place of work, they are people who are thankful. I remember one time I was working in Kakuma refugee camp, and my boss was called Graham Davison. Every time this guy would give me an additional assignment, I would always do an email, say, Dear Graham Davison, thank you very much for giving me extra responsibility, and this is what I've achieved. I value you. Man, within 3 years, I had 3 promotions. I remember when they are earning 45,000. I left the camp earning almost 250,000 a month. Can you imagine? Not because I was taller than others, but because of this thing, I knew gratitude, saying thank you. I don't know how many of you have families. Many families got problems because the couple has no vocabulary in terms of saying asante. They don't say thank you at all. Especially as Africans, hatujui, we don't know how to say thank you. Let's be honest. Let's learn. Let's practice. Very important. Show gratitude. Being humble means seek help when your area of weakness is known to you. Everybody has got their area of weakness. Nobody is perfect, by the way, including George Washori here. If you know you have an area of weakness, be a lady enough, a man enough to go out there and ask Nagilai, I think you can support me on this. When you ask for help, humbly, people are always willing to give that particular help. The other day, I was standing some friends on Facebook, and I have a friend who had many followers, you know, and he was posting the way he has many followers on Facebook until the time he's turned out posting the kind of a car he's driving, the kind of a family he's having, the kind of a house he's building, and the people free you. People have no business with proud people. People have no business with people who are very proud. For you to attract people, man, I tell you this one for free. Be humble. Be ready to ask for help. For help when you need it. Very, very important. Because every one of us have got our own weaknesses. I like some of these big companies you see in Kenya, these huge companies. Sometimes I look at their campaigns and I can tell these campaigns come from the normal Wajiko. Why? Because they are able to go to the ground to understand what are people looking for. And that's why for us at Optiven, we are very passionate when we talk about foundation, supporting the less fortunate, because you know for sure, that's where life is. Life is not up there. Life is down there. Wow. How to be very successful? Number four, how to be successful. Number four, live right. Yeah, live right. Ka maisha ya straight. Live right. How do you live right? Easy. Easy. This one makes your life so easy. Don't be a person who always complain. Yeah. Yeah. Ikinyesha sana, hey, this rain is too much. When it is sunny, hey, it's too hot. You are always on the other side of the planet. Always complaining. Hey, pandemic, you know, COVID is making me poorer. No, leave that. See opportunities available because of COVID. As long as God has given you life, as long as you are not sick, live right. Be proactive. Don't be reactive. Be proactive. Use that head to think on things that you can do differently. Be proactive. Don't do things because other people are doing them. Yeah. We have a story of our entrepreneurs. If you open a hardware and the people see that you are selling, the neighbor will come and open another hardware there next to you. When both of you are selling, another third one will come and open the third one. If the three are selling, the fourth one will come. And until the time the whole place of full of hardwares and nobody is selling. Why? Because people are reactive. But if you are proactive, you are able to conquer this thing of being successful. Live right. Create your own opportunities. Yeah. Create your own opportunities. I am so happy when I see some people in the forum. They are actually marketing themselves. You know why? Nobody has said no to marketing in that particular forum. And some people are already creating opportunities within the mentorship forum. Because hakuna regulations, there are no regulations. You can market yourself. Create your own opportunities. Today, I'm looking at what COVID has done. You know, people working from home. There are people who went home and they are sleeping more. There are other people who went home and they discovered new opportunities. There are people, there's one lady who wrote to me and told me, George, I know you are very vibrant in terms of social media. I want to join one of your restaurants. In fact, she said, I want to join GMC, fun place. I joined Panarottis and the Spa. I want to be part of the team that shares, reshares, tweet, retweet the content that was generated by your social media. And I said, wait a minute. Then I asked her, do you have a smartphone? She said, oh, yes. Do you have a laptop? Yes. Do you understand social media? Yes, I'm a professor. And immediately, I had no choice but to refer that person to the team. Today, every month, even without me seeing her, she's earning money. Can you imagine? Creating opportunities with what you have. Moses was asked, Moses of the Bible, the God asked him, what do you have? And then he told God, I have this stick. That is the stick that he struck the stone and the water came out. And I'm asking all of you, the 22 of you, what do you have? Maybe the job ended, but what do you have? Can you use that thing you have to create opportunities for other people? I've seen a gentleman here working for Kim. Maybe you have a talent of supporting other people to do their CVs better and charge them. Yeah, because many Kenyans don't know how to do their CVs. Sometimes they look at the CVs in a checker. I laugh. Maybe you can help people with that to do their company profiles. Some company profiles, look at them and you just wonder, what are these people doing? Number one, you must know that Kenyans are not very good in reading. So a profile more than 2 pages is a waste. Make it half page, 1 page. When it comes to George Washuri, I have no time to read literature. Yeah, make it diagrammatic. Pie charts. How many customers do you have? Which areas are you in? Easy. Can you create opportunities with what you have? What do you have? That's the question I'm asking you. What do you have? Create your own opportunities. You know, the other day I was talking to the CEO of a magnet, you know, the guy who does big billboards. And I was asking him, by the way, when did you start? How did you start? And you started when the station was KBC. Can you imagine? KBC. Yeah, and you go to this, along the roads, you put signages. And the story is sweet. It's on the internet. You can read it. Creating your own opportunities. I can tell you, the success of tomorrow is not going to come from telecom, because telecom is taken by Safaricom. The success of tomorrow is going to come from new innovations, new ways of doing things, new ways of thinking. That's the success of tomorrow. I can tell you for sure, those who are in ICT, if you're waiting to go and meet somebody in the office to do a deal, forget it. The meeting is either online, the meeting is on LinkedIn, the meeting is on Zoom. That's the new normal. If you are a trainer and you're waiting for COVID to end to go and train, my friend, utalala ja. The training now is virtual. If you used to train and charge 100,000, you can charge 15,000, but you can train even 10 companies in a day. That's what we're doing at Optiven. We are doing trainings virtually. We are paying cheaply, but these trainings are many. They are many. Maybe you're a motivation speaker. Do pro bono. When you do pro bono and people know you have content, they'll be asking for you. Create opportunities for you to be successful. Live right. The last point. How do you live right? Live consciously every day. Every day, live consciously. Ujijue. Don't allow the day just to pass. Live consciously every day. Jijue. Plan for your day well. Encourage yourself. Every day. Encourage yourself. That's how to conquer the day. You just encourage yourself. Be your own encourager. Do some articles just to encourage yourself. Write things out of nothing. You just write things. Look for a book. Do stories like they used to do composition. Stories just to describe yourself. Who is Catherine? You just describe yourself. Who is Jomuke? Jomuke ni nani? Who is this lady? Describe yourself. I can tell you, you'll find it very interesting. You'll be attracting that kind of success. And then I'm told my time is almost up. Number 5, how to be very successful. Seek God all the time. Yes, we are nothing without the maker. Seek God. We are nothing without God. Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom and its righteousness. Seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all other things shall be added unto you. The power of prayer. Right now, we are in a pandemic. This is the time to seek God. This is the time to pray for our friends. I also pray for you, by the way, in the morning. I pray for the entire team that nobody should die because of COVID. That's a secret of success, that you live. Seek God. And of course, as you seek God, number 6, seek wisdom. Yeah, seek wisdom like Solomon. Seek wisdom. They say wisdom prevent you from difficult situations. Wisdom protect you from difficult situations. Seek wisdom. And once you do that, I can guarantee you success will be part and parcel of your life. Success in your relationship gonna be evident. Success in your family is going to be seen. Success in terms of health is going to be evident. And for me is to wish you all the very best as we continue learning, continue making ourselves better, continue enjoying the life God has given us. Remember, you have no spare life. So you better take advantage of the time God has given to you. You may be having challenges today. That does not mean that tomorrow is going to be like today. Tomorrow can only be better. It is possible, it's doable. Life is going to be better because we trust in the one that gives this particular life. And I think I'll put a comma there and hand over back to Nagilai.
Awesome, awesome. That is great. That is awesome. That is really encouraging, and a lot of learning we got from there. So right about now is where we go to what we call Q&A, questions and answers. And today I want us to make them a bit fewer so that we can be done in good time. And I have a comment here from the person who is using that is Esther Mokami, and she says, I take this opportunity to thank our mentor for tirelessly taking time to mentor us. By God's grace, after one of the sessions, I managed to join BNI chapter group. In today's meeting, one of the members in the group happened to share that she would like to have a contact of Optiven. She deals with solar system. Kindly advise who can contact, please. Who she can contact, please.
Okay, thank
you. Good.
Thank you, Nagilai. I'm sure we'll share the number for our Engineer Dixon, or the number for one of the directors, Charles, who is in charge of our projects across different counties, Kiambu, Kitengela, and other counties.
Very good. Jomuke says, thank you, sir, for always praying for us. Then Catherine says, thank you, sir, for your time, knowledge, prayers, and may the Lord bless you and increase you. Looking forward to the graduation. God keep us. Amen.
Fantastic.
Samuel Mwinamo says, thank you, sir. Thank you for your prayers, sir. Good. Then Claire Ndalo says, amen. Thank you, sir, for today's session and your encouragement and prayers. God bless you. Josephine Kemani says, thank you for the teaching. And she says, honesty, integrity, and humility are great keys. Awesome, awesome. That is great. Waithaka says, thank you for this very inspiration session. It seems today it is people have really learned, and I believe yes, it has been well, it has been good, and all of us have been encouraged in a greater way. Waithaka says, thank you for this very inspiring session. Yes, true. True need a heart of gratitude. Yes. Then Karo Anyonyi says, thank you, sir. May the Almighty God bless you always. Awesome, awesome. I believe we have no questions unless somebody has a question that you must ask now. We can conclude there. There is Yusla He says, thank you so much, sir, for your time. It's encouraging to know that you pray for us. God bless you and move you forward. God bless you, Mr. Nagilai. Asante sana, Yusla Chelagat. Evelyn Okiro says, thank you so much, sir, for your prayers, encouragement, and sharing your knowledge with us. God bless you. Awesome, awesome. I believe that is great for today's session, and I believe each and every one of us has learned something great and better. And right about now, I'm sure we will be planning. We have like 3 weeks to go. So we will be sharing a number of lessons or a number of topics that we will be doing by ourselves. So that we'll be doing like, it will be like an assignment. So we will be doing, then we discuss. We can take like 2 topics, then we do as an assignment, then we share together. I believe our mentor will give us more information on that so that we will be good by the end of the session. And that will be on 17th of December. Thank you, everyone. Unless our mentor has something to say right about now, we can conclude from there.
Wow, thank you, Nagilai. Thank you, Nagilai, for always facilitating very well. And as you say that, as we aspire to do our graduation on 17th, we have a few topics that are remaining, and we'll share on the platform, and we'll give you permission to pick one particular topic. And next session, next week, we'll be giving you maybe, if it is, say, for example, Waithaka, who picks a topic like personal networking 101, we'll give you 5 minutes to do a presentation, and we shall allocate this topic to individuals. So if you're interested for a topic, you research on it, then you share with us for 5 minutes. We'll be able to do that next week. If it is Morris Buru, tunakupatia a topic like executive functioning skills, adapt to new technologies. You research on it, you take 5 minutes, and then you teach us. Because all of us, we are now going to be mentors to other people. And I'm sure Nagilai will be able to allocate that. But on the forum, if you are interested in any of the topics that are remaining, you can say, hey, I want to pick this one. Then I shall be able to talk about it for about 5 minutes. You never know. Some of you are very resourceful, and some of you are doing a very good job. I've seen most of your websites. You are doing an amazing job. And I'm extremely, extremely, extremely proud of you. Back to Nagilai.
Awesome, awesome. That is what we call mentorship. Mentorship is you are given a responsibility for you also to shine. Yes, so very soon, most of us will be getting opportunities to shine and to get better. So right about now, we conclude our session today. God bless you. Who else had a birthday? I believe Waithaka has a birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday in good time.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Waithaka.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, team. God bless you and keep you well. See you next week.
God bless. God bless you.
Bless you.
Something
Bye.